Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have in the market for NZD USD? Now, from a weekly perspective, what we can see, there are a couple of things to get from the weekly time frame of this pair. First of all, the market has been creating this nice W formation, and especially if you have the last leg of the W formation that is such a strong impulse, then what you can expect? You can expect after the impulse to have a deeper retracement, possibly a test of the structure, so a test of the neckline, so the completion zone of the W formation before the continuation to the upside. So a test of the previous resistance, now turned support. But at least after an impulse in the market, you want to see the market retrace to the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement taken on the impulse, because if you want informations on a retracement in the market, you're supposed to be taking your Fibonacci on the impulse, so from the low to the high of the impulse. And what you can see is that the 0.382 is here, which is the first downside target that you're supposed to see hit in the market. Now, if we go down on the daily time frame, what kind of situation do we currently have? Now, from a daily perspective, we can see that currently NZD USD has been rejecting this very strong structure level. Why it has been rejecting this zone? Because if you look at how the market started this retracement, we had the impulse, very strong and clearly creating an overextension in the market. After that, we want to see the retracement at least to the 0.382. That is what we want to see from a weekly perspective. And before starting the retracement, the market created a minor double top. It went up, made one candle to the downside, tried to go higher, but failed. Now, this created obviously this structure, so this previous support here that was turned resistance here, and obviously the market rejected, and again resistance here, and again the market rejected its zone to the downside, failing to break above. Now, for sure, many people, after they see these three rejections and they see that this is a bullish market on the daily time frame, they are longing from this level, and all their stop losses are below these lows. So that is why it would be great to actually see the market go and make the actual retracement to the 0.382 from the weekly time frame, take out all their stop losses, and then we can possibly continue to the upside. Now let's go and see what we have from a COT perspective on NZD USD. So what big banks and institutions are currently doing on this pair. So if we go and see what we have from a COT perspective, we can see that we went from having minus 20k net positions all the way up to having 1.9k net positions. So we went from having way more shorts than longs from an institutional perspective on the NZD USD to having slightly more shorts than longs. So a clear shift. In fact, currently we have 14.4k long positions and 16.3k short position. So 14.4k longs and 16.3k shorts. However, there is one very important thing that we can see. Clearly, it has been getting very bullish, but that is exactly what you expect if you have such a huge move to the upside, okay? Is exactly what you expect. However, it's very important to say that with the last report, they started to close some longs, and we don't know how many longs they are still closing inside of this area. If they are closing longs and opening more shorts, we will find that out in the new report. We can definitely make this move to the downside. So has been getting bullish, but they have closed 713 longs with the last report. Very important to say this. Now, how we will be approaching this with students. If the market will give us a nice retracement, even a little bit higher, then with students, we will be monitoring price action inside of this area from a 4-hour perspective, because always remember, monthly, weekly, and daily are for direction. The 4 hours is for entry. So with students, we will be monitoring price action on the 4-hour time frame inside of this area, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the downside stop hunt of all the stop losses below this level, and for the market to make a retracement to the 0.382 from the weekly time frame. But remember, on the 4 hours, we must see proper confirmations before we can even add NZD USD to watch list. In fact, at the moment, we still don't have it on watch list. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you. And I will see you in the next video.